to Bella TV. We are filming an exciting episode today. We are in Franklin, Tennessee, and I am joined by Joel Tomlin, the owner of Landmark Booksellers. This is a historical and absolutely beautiful little bookstore. We are obviously all very big fans of books at Bella Magazine. So thank you so much for having us.
Well, thank you for coming.
Of course. So tell me, there's so much history in this bookstore. It's been around, how long has the building been here alone?
Well, Franklin was established in 1799. There were only 3 lots sold in the town plan. This building sits on one of them. The building was built between 1806 and 1808. It has been a number of things. A bank in 1816. Andrew Jackson's troops were paid out of this building on the way back from New Orleans. Some of the folks that have been in this building include Jackson and David Crockett, Sam Houston, James K. Polk,
Wow.
just to mention a few.
Very, very cool. And you were telling me before we started filming a little bit of the backstory of how you and your wife started this bookstore. Can you share that?
My wife and I, who are going to be celebrating our 30th anniversary actually here in several months.
Congrats.
We had both previously been married. I had 5 children. She had 2. And we said when we got married, the kids were 6 to 16, that when the youngest one graduated from high school, we were going to find something we could do together.
Yeah.
My wife had been in education. I'd been in real estate. And so a gentleman in Nashville that had been in business for over 30 years retired. We bought his collection of antiquarian books. We came down here and bought this building and brought the collection here, and then we've added new books to the mix since that time.
I mean, the bookstore itself is massive. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Quite the collection of books. And you also have a little bit of fame, right? You and your wife have some a book and a movie actually written about you guys.
We do. We've been very blessed by Karen Kingsbury, New York Times best-selling author, who moved to the area from Washington State about 12 years ago, came in to visit us. Her editor called me about 4 months later and said, Karen's next book's set in your store, and you and your wife are 2 of the main characters.
Yeah.
And it's called The Bridge. And then lo and behold, a couple of years later, Hallmark turned that into a movie called of the same name, The Bridge, and Ted McGinley played me, and Faith Ford played my wife.
That's amazing. The first time I visited Franklin, actually, I said as I was walking down Main Street, it looks like something out of a Hallmark movie.
Oh, Franklin is like that. You're
Yes.
right.
Has the movie and the book, has that brought a lot of popularity? Do people come in just to meet you guys?
I can't begin to tell you. Karen has such a large following
Yeah.
that a day, and this is no exaggeration, goes by that one of her fans does not come in this store. The movie was made in Canada, where Hallmark makes most of their movies.
Okay.
Her fans want to come see The Real Bridge.
Yeah.
And so she has been an incredible blessing to our bookstore. We call her a guardian angel.
Oh, yeah.
And then during the pandemic, when the government shut down all of the businesses down here, she called me on the phone and said, I want to help you guys out. Let's offer my next book on your website, a signed edition, so they can pre-order. And she promoted it on her social media. We sold $250,000 worth of her books in 30 days.
Wow.
So she is truly our guardian angel.
Yeah, that's amazing. And in addition to obviously the book and the film, I mean, Franklin it's an adorable city. It's right outside of Nashville. I'm sure do you get singers and country music stars?
Oh, yes.
And
We've had many celebrities come in and shop with us.
Yeah.
And,
any favorites or favorite stories?
well, Robert Plant came in one day when he was doing the thing with Alison Krauss here a number of years ago, and I didn't recognize him. And he and I hit it off well. He loves books.
Yeah.
And he collects, and I had a number of books that he ended up buying.
Yeah.
And he left, and I got a phone call a couple of days later from the police chief in Cleveland, Ohio, who used to manage his security, and said, do you know who Robert Plant is? I laughed. I said, well, I do. But I didn't the other day when he came in, and but he came back a number of times and has been a good customer. But Nashville has a lot of celebrities. We've had a lot of them come in. So
So in addition to all of these amazing books, you have some really cool decor in here, one of which we're sitting in front of, the famous leg lamp. And I hear that there's a story behind this leg lamp.
We call that our possum lamp because it belonged to George Jones, country music artist, whose nickname was the Possum. He was redecorating 18 years ago, and I bought this from his decorator. It came out of his home. And this was right after Christmas, so we'd been watching Christmas movies, and I call my wife on the phone, and I say, honey, I've bought our first decorative item for the bookstore, and out of the blue, she just says, please tell me it's not a leg lamp. And I said, well, it's got some legs on it. So
well, it fits perfectly
that's
in
one
the
of our
bookstore.
favorite pieces, and it goes with, we sell quite a few rare books, which we have here. So
Yeah. Well, it goes perfectly.
yes, thank you.
Well, congratulations on all of your success.
Well, thank you.
This store is, like I said, it's so charming in here. It's really beautiful.
Thank you.
For anyone who maybe watches this and wants to come in and visit, tell everyone where we're located right now.
We're located on East Main Street in Franklin, Tennessee. We're only closed 3 days a year.
Oh, wow.
Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas days. And otherwise, we're here every day from 9 in the morning to 7 at night. And later than that, if they call and make an appointment. But so.
I love that. Well, for anyone who wants to visit, definitely stop by. It's absolutely beautiful in here. Joel, thank you so much for welcoming us.
Well, thank you.